1. Welcome to Apprentice of Silence. We're just gonna look at general advice on anything that you need to know based on the group that you chose. Spirit for group 1, please. What do they need to know? Okay, so first thing I heard was it's not time to leave. Then I was like, here with the 8 of Cups in reverse, I heard it's not time to leave. Here with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, it was about, but I don't want to put in the effort either. So what they're saying to me, it's about, like, you don't know how to bring about the emotional balance. And here they're talking about a romantic relationship. It takes, take what resonates, but I do believe there is some kind of romantic relationship that you have made the relationship mean, that it's a very important connection for you in your life, but you feel powerless to bringing it into manifestation, and you feel like even if you put in the work, like, it's not going to move forward. So there's something about an unbalanced world, or the somehow powerlessness to the world. So you're almost like split between, well, I don't want to leave and I don't want to put in the effort to make it work. Spirit, what else for group 1? What about this situation? It's like things are not coming in. Spirit, why were they guided to this reading? Okay, I get why you're here. You're here to end sadness, or you're trying to. Because this situation puts you in a lot of sadness. And there's some kind of end goal of the situation. I heard that potentially you're fearing judgment. But with the judgment here, to me, it talks more about like fairness and people getting what they, not, the saying, oh, they will get what they deserve. More this looking for fairness. You're trying to look for fairness while avoiding negative consequence too. So in this case, it's like, I heard salvation too. Maybe you're just looking for clarity, And with that, now that I know what you're looking for, I'd say, okay, listen, you're split between these two scenarios, right? Where you don't feel like you can invest emotionally, and you don't feel like you can put in more work into the situation. This is what I want to tell you. It's a past pattern from your childhood, where this split is making you feel the exact same thing that you felt as a child in a situation. This whole pattern. It's not what you think currently about, oh, I have to choose a side. No, this whole dynamic is a side. It's already the pattern, all of it. So if you're able, tune into how this whole situation is making you feel, the specific feeling signature. Try to localize any physical sensations, any emotions that come up. Try to write about how you're feeling about this whole thing. Because I believe you've tried to do this, but you've gone into specifically either one side or the other. I'm telling you that both sides are one side. If you're able to get a grasp on the whole feeling of it, and then go, when was the last time I felt like this? And let your inner knowing, your consciousness, bring that up to you, to your awareness. There are a lot of self-awareness to be gained from doing that. And there are multiple, different ways to go about gaining that self-awareness. So leave a comment if you're not sure how to do it, and if you want some tips, I'm sure we can brainstorm together. I hope this was the clarity you needed right now, Grip 1. Love you. Take care. Group 2. Welcome to Apprentice of Silence. Spirit for Group 2, please. What you're manifesting into your life right now is a conflict situation that you seemingly can't, that you don't want, and that you seemingly can't get out of. Inevitable conflict. And the reason that you're bringing this into your life is because of some kind of belief system where you're almost like gave up the belief about yourself and your own potential and what you can achieve. So you, by that belief system, you made life harder than it had to be, and now you're hiding yourself by all the struggle. So in some way, the conflict that you can't seem to avoid is serving you, because that adds to your even more shit on your plate to carry, you know? And this makes your self-concept stronger. Like, it gives you some kind of a pretty image. Somehow it's benefiting you because you don't want to leave it. You know, it's like it's hard, but what's hard makes you stronger, so I don't want to leave it. Spirit, why is Group 2 here? Why is Group 2 at this reading? They're telling me that you didn't have the awareness that you actually benefit from the conflict. And they're also trying, like, it's difficult for me to say that you benefit from the conflict because you came here to look for an ease out of the conflict, you know? So now it's almost like I'm invalidating the pain that you're in, but you're in pain, and I see that it's uncomfortable to be there, but there are also aspects of you that most definitely see it beneficial for you to hide behind the discomfort. I don't want to say it makes you look good, but actually kind of makes you look good. What can I help them with, please, Spirit? What about this? The reason you can't get out of this pattern is because you have never learned self-compassion. You've never been in an environment where self-compassion was taught, or where it was even okay. Self-compassion is not about feeling sorry for yourself. It's not about showcasing how much pain you're in. But if you have no other outlet for self-compassion, you're going to go about it in sideways ways where people feel compassion towards you because of how much of a struggle your life is. And it's like, it's time now to see that it's a struggle. It's so not beneficial. I mean, it is beneficial, but you could feel so much better and feel so much lighter and have such... Spirit, what about self-compassion? Can we get any messages? How can they achieve that? Self-compassion. What? Like, anything. It's going to be a harder journey than just, cultivate self-compassion. I would say, but the journey is so worth it. Oh, what I'm seeing is it's going to take a lot to tear down the illusions, because you have a reason for wanting to keep up this, I'm gonna say, wanting to keep up the facade. The reason why I'm trying to use more sensitive words, and I feel maybe you won't recognize them as sensitive, but I'm trying to be more sensitive because it's pain that makes you create a facade so that people can be compassionate towards you. It's a lack of compassion and just the safety you get from where you're being nurtured. It's like an inner calmness. If you can't get it, the only thing you know how to get is how people comfort you when you're in pain. And I'm so sad about that, and I'm so sorry for that. I'm not sorry in a way that, it's so sad that it's so sorry for you. No, I'm sorry that the nurture you should have had wasn't given to you. It's definitely a possibility for you to break away from the illusions. Self-inflicted pain is what I heard. And I'm gonna say it like it is, and this is in the cards for you. It's beautiful. 10 of Cups, it's a beautiful energy where I'm gonna say, like, everything you've ever wanted is simply being delivered to you. That's what it feels like. But it's on the other side of breaking away the illusions. When you see that this conflict is serving your self-image. With Love Group 2, I hope this helped you. I love you. Take care. Oh, leave a comment too. Group 3, welcome to Apprentice of Silence. Okay, Spirit, for Group 3, please. Any messages? New possibilities coming in. Oh, wow. I heard new possibilities to amend a heartbreak. What does this mean, Spirit? For group 3, please. For group 3, please, Spirit. For group 3. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay, so the first thing, it's like an opportunity to see the same person in a new light. And here it's almost like choosing what aspects that you see about this person to cut away and to not find. It's almost like you're cutting away certain aspects of the person because maybe you've come to the realization that it's not so much this person actually having these aspects that make you react. It's more that you're assuming or you're making certain actions mean an overlay that you have from past experiences. Imagine that you've experienced whenever someone puts a cup of water on the left side of the table, that that means something negative for you. So every time you see someone put their cup of water on the left side of the table, you immediately start assuming the same thing that your experiences have told you. It's an overlay that you're putting on top of everyone who puts their water on the left side of the table. But the same assumption isn't objectively true for everyone that puts their water on the left side of the table. So here you're at a point where you get to choose to cut away certain overlays that you've had because they're not really doing a justice to the person, that's A, and B, they're not benefiting you anymore. Because there are aspects of this person that could actually bring about a more than positive outcome that you actually do like, and by it's almost like filtering through where your focus goes and what plant it is that you water, so to say, that you actually bring about more of what is wanted than what is unwanted. Spirit, anything else for group 3? Anything else they need to know? You can absolutely create your own reality and bring about what you want. What do you mean about the Temperance, Spirit? What about the Temperance? Anything else for group 3? 2 cards. I'll clarify. There is no rule to... Okay, I was going one direction, then I saw the bottom deck energy. So there is no rule to how you deal with your pain. And there is no rule to how fast you bring about what's actually desired. There is no rule for how fast your specific version of healing occurs. So it can go so fast, and you don't have to follow any rules of whatever made up idea you have heard of, been taught by any certain steps that needs to be taken, or however long it needs to go, or what's the proper way to do it. There are no rules for how you bring about what you want and how you deal with your pain and your healing and what you want to do with your life. So it doesn't matter what has been done before you or what hasn't been done, or any other people who tell you that they are in the same situation and they handled their situation in one way, so you should be doing the same. There are no rules for that. That's not your life. I'm being told to take away all cards that are in reverse and see what you're left with. It's almost like, okay, when you erase the negativity out of your life that you don't want, what are you left with? You're left with, there is a choice to, what's the word, reprimand? Almost like give something a second chance. There is a choice to do that in regards to a heartbreak of some sort. And you get to decide what you bring into fruition, because you get to decide what you chop away and what you put your focus, effort, and so-called water. And that's your pain and your healing and your ideal version of your life. And it's absolutely possible. I hope this gave you some, not clearance, clarity, clarified something for you. This is an interesting spot to be in life. Currently, group 3, very interesting, because I feel like you have the potential to absolutely redo everything that has ever been done before you and do it your way. Like, immense possibility. So it's a very cool energy to be in. And I wish you the best of luck. I love you very much. Thank you, group 3.